Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Mr. Dubois! Confront the pigs. I don't have that much time for that, if I'm being honest.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. I'm always happy to educate an
many guys?
2,372, plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent.
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer.
How will they be competitive if your guys are, like, asking for unreasonable amounts of benefits and pay?
With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
That's drugs.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, the company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however...
Bulk shipping, large volume column, is a major buyer.
We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperazole.
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavor.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
Yep.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things
I
you
imagine you have a few
mentioned.
beers there.
But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
Good luck having it not come
He's
back in.
basically admitted to it.
Harry, if I was supplying raw materials to drug manufacturers, I would need an army of rubies.
Understood.
Rubies.
You know why you're such a good detective,
Yep.
Harry? You don't get sidetracked. You care about the people you're supposed to protect, not some systems that may or may not. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like that. Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight. Yes, if you start thinking about it like that, the socialist municipal body sort of is like a corporation, isn't it? It uses corporate law. We're incorporated. I like to think we're using the best parts of all the ideologies here, Harry. We're way past specific union members now. This doesn't bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant.
Very nice, Harry. Is there anything else? My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. Harry,
special
you
about it.
smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a...
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening.
God damn it. Guess I can talk to Leonard again. Oh, hey, mister.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a... Mr. Everett doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys.
One
But
second.
who did you want?
Gotta get the cat out of here. Man, that stinky cat. Needs a bath. Badly. Anywho's, yeah, she keeps trying to hop on the PC.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Everett's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does. But a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. All kinds of places he visits.
Uh-huh.
Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa.
Sounds more luxurious than any of the, lower union members.
Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
Yep.
South Safra. A lot of bulk and chemical manufacturing going on there. A lot of cargo shipments being made, too. The trade must have been lucrative for the trip to be so long.
He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much.
Yep.
Talks to Everett sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
Sounds about right.
Oil for the wheels. Much needed in stressful times like these.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that.
About?
Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
How about Titus?
Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice, friendly sort old Titus is.
Is he now?
He's probably one of those rare specimens who are born when two drunk seamen stumble on top of each other on the deck amidst a storm so violent that things wails around.
I'd best not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everett would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
About
The
Renee?
night guard. Ooh, he's a peculiar fellow. He's the strong, silent type, you could say. We talk all the time, but I don't really know much about him. He plays petanque with my old human studies teacher, Mr. Martin, down at the plaza. I think he's the only... They lived on the same street their entire lives. Even dated the same girl on and off for as long as I can remember. Strange fellows. Mr. Martin was always real nice to me in school. I remember once. Mr. Martin, yes. Don't really remember much about him.
Mr. Martin, Gaston also taught history and human studies to the Clear Brothers.
Interesting.
Sure, mister.
We have some time before I need to go to the dock to, talk to what's-her-face.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. And, as it's always been, it's...
Alright, Rhetoric can be the next thing I boost, I guess. Or wait. Ding!
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer, despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you, a beat the door stands.
Satisfied, detective?
Try again. Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks.
Ahoy! Come on in!
You can't be serious.
What the fuck?
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot. The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It
Disco.
seems the laws of physics, trying to visualize the physics at play, is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about
Jesus.
it too hard. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you.
You can't hear him, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yet you're able to understand.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
What you can see of his body appears composed in a sharp summer suit and yacht shoes.
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual.
I wonder if I can use that
And you
later.
are?
Mr. Diodore, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Harry
Pleasure
Dubois.
to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well.
Oh lord, not this again. Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve, and yet you go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case, you say, and yet it never seems to get us any closer.
It might.
To
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow
Yep.
a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several
Well,
generations
yeah,
to do
fine,
that.
still.
But, alright.
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what. Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really. Which one? Revachol, where I nominally reside, or Grad, where my father immigrated from?
For Revachol.
Listen, Mr. Dubois, if capital and nationalism went hand in hand, their big states are akin to boulders in a river, slowing the free flow of ideas. Given enough time, the water will wear those boulders down.
Uh-huh.
Capital makes one speechless, does it not? Blinds like the sun that rises from beyond the horizon after a gloomy winter.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place?
Let me try and interrupt you.
mean? Are you talking about my chin? Oh, that's
Yep.
what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth among that group of individuals. It's been
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire. That's good.
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you.
What are you doing in the container?
This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we?
in the very, very early days of colonizing this archipelago. The kingdom of Sirens, a precursor of a modern Sur-le-Clay, used to own the city of Revachol, an obscure detail in the bigger picture, but still worth dropping.
Yeah.
Revachol. I remember walking its streets as a teenager. There used to be a bowling alley in Stella Maris. I wonder if it's still there. It's a shame
really.
I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money. There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the hands. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls. Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that. Smart, you know? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to.
I imagine a lot.
Yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois. Don't get me wrong. They're nice things. But once you achieve a certain level of wealth, your time and mental space become much more important than material goods. Go right ahead.
Could you please stop asking people for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a smart man.
Yes.
As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real.
Hey!
How much can you get for this? You're welcome. You know, maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound? Thanks for...
Do I want to try and...
Welcome back, gentlemen.
What can increase conceptualization?
Welcome back, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Deploying
Yes.
high-concept buzzword generator. All systems functional. Ready to engage in
3, 2, 1.
It's time to disrupt the future.
Ah,
Got to stay lean.
A youth center, huh? What kind of youth center?
Come on, tell him what he wants to hear.
Brilliant. Without children, who'll be there to buy stuff? in the
Exactly.
future? When life closes a door, it opens a window, yes? What's the expected return on this?
highly educated, work-ready human capital ready to be erected towards any number of your vast
You're
interests.
deep into ultra-liberal territory now. Good work.
Yeah.
Very impressive. You've got a natural eye for unusual investment opportunities.
Thank you.
I don't normally do this without a formal pitch deck, but to hell with it. What's the point of being rich if you have to follow all the rules? Here's the round of seed funding. This should be enough to prove out the concept and get things on. Remember, it's not a hunt.
The lieutenant stands dumbfounded, His mouth opens slightly, then closes again. Is he having a stroke?
Yes, I'm all right. Can we get going?
Now,
Yep.
was there anything else I could help? The pleasure was farewell.
Used to really catch the light. See, Kim, you should put more faith in me. I know what I'm doing.
This is the night.
I wonder if I can actually see Renee in there sometimes. Only steel measure
On
hits shit.
second glance, someone has forgotten.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork.
Let's see if there's a skill check.
There it still is. The drawer opens. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Couron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus. Whatever's
There we
hidden
go.
there is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with
Look
what
at the
appears
note.
to be a to-do list. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
So, Leo does just do that kind
All
of stuff.
items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself,
One of his aides must have left it.
the special borscht, seems a bit odd in the list. Remember, Leo, all items on the list have been the drawer. So
I wonder if I can ask Leo about that.
the payphone hangs mute.
Let's ask about the borscht. I do love they managed to actually get the light man to give me money. Borscht, did you say?
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a long... Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
About the
Oh,
borscht.
yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
Beet soup.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done. Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits.
Uh-huh.
Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags. Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana
Weird
in
language.
that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from... Oh, sure, mister.
He didn't actually understand what you meant.
Yeah, I wouldn't think he would. He's not very smart. There is so much going on, honestly. Like there's special borscht, there's freaking this youth center. So many little things, and there's a guy who just gave me $100. So many things you can miss if you're not paying attention. Hey, Mignani, you know anything about the borscht?
Hola, wandering man. How can I help?
Hey, fuckface.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yes. Yeah, still a few hours till I can try and get my gun back.
Hey, was there something got the 20 real?
Not yet.
Then why are you wasting my time and yours?
Alright, let's see about that borscht. Methinks drama and rhetoric would be good here. Oh yeah, fashionable.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence. He looks up at you, then looks away quickly. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door. The man says a couple of sentences and I'm pretty sure he asked you. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Borscht need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the...
Of course it'd be vodka.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a turning it up seems like a dangerous idea. Honestly, the place is a powder keg. He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of vodka. He smiles and nods enthusiastically and chattering.
Ooh yeah.
The man pondered. The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles.
Speak Revacholian?
They 10 traditional slow things.
We speak Suren. There is no such thing as the Revacholian language. But don't worry, your message remains clear.
Speak American.
The cook is still smoking. Ash.
Good thing he didn't understand a word of your stupidity.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece. Someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy is. You'll find the filament.
Find the plasmid. Oh, talk to Lena.
Hello, dear. Thank you for doing that, dear. Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him. I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them.
Her voice is shaky. What is...
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
Or maybe me?
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for...
Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up.
Different?
Answering a question with a question, for example. Defensive isn't...
I'm in doubt, sweetie.
Why?
It's a strange feeling. Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream?
Hunching her shoulders now. She seems even smaller than she is. Like a sad young girl.
Maybe.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not. Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone. No, sweetie. There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That. And for years, his belief made me believe too. But now, we're both getting old and he's still working himself sick out.
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything. But it has, hasn't it? A seed can only be...
You might be right, Detective. I was a paraplegic before we met.
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking.
Huh.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid...
Are there? Some of the other things are pretty bad.
I'm not sure of anything. Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory. Not the memory of the memory. Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Really?
Oh, sweetie. Please don't get stuck on a dream. Oh no, thank you, but I can get there.
Can I have the address?
Okay? It's 1113 Tabernacle Road, Jamrock.
Be careful out there.
You, sweetie.
A waste of time. A lie? Like that, she drives off. The gas engine putters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside,
We should go to...
somewhere out there, a kilometer to the southeast, a gust of wind shakes the felled building, rattling.
God damn it, Kuno.
You see, it could be connected. The door doesn't. The door, the kobold, old kobold, it leads to...
Guess let's go upstairs. Maybe, I can work with the entrance up here.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain? Oh,
Did you take the document?
no, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use the...
She doesn't seem to be lying. She's genuinely spooked by their disappearance.
They couldn't know where I put it. I'm absolutely sure I was not followed. And you mentioned seawater? I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just Officer,
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety.
I did. What is this? I called your desk. There was an older woman on the other end.
That is the emergency. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking at...
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night.
It checks out.
She stands before you.
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
She purposefully misrepresented information. Fucking mind games. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in. The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Wow.
Please no.
But there's nowhere to go. A two-story...
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says,
Ruby.
Why do you think that?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs.
She wants you.
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship.
Mm-hmm.
When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
She said she's in love with me.
Mm-hmm.
She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
This is just an assumption.
I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching.
She's threatening you?
She came over one night, drunk. Said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
You've been trying to kick that door down, right? Maybe it leads downstairs. She could have come to the roof through that, then taken the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing.
That's what I thought.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you...
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, and what? Arrest the... She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you. Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret it.
Let's hope
Something
not.
tells you, you will. She slowly light.
Yeah? You tell me, officer, when you've kicked it down. All right.
Yes?
You're following me, Kim. I don't see how I can't just maybe sleep in here, like, if I want to.
Hangs on this idiocy has gone on too long. It's time to wipe that decadent homosexual grin off your face.
What do you mean?
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows. The morning light hurts your eyes. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. Something you've done before. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. And maybe, just maybe.
Oh yeah.
Again? I can't. Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for.
I do like fucking with the guy a bit.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a...
10-4, come in, officer. Over. 10-4, sir. Sorry, but I'm under orders to give a negative to request for personal import. 10-4. Orders are still orders. Anything else? Roger that. 10-10, over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will...
Her voice is...
Gottlieb, what you get yourself into this time?
Oh, you know it's me.
But now I do. How's the drinking going? Great. Have a medal. I have an autopsy to attend to.
Fucking, I'm not dead. It just hurts, okay?
Oh, it's you. I know a woman skilled at that sort of thing over in Jamrock. But I wouldn't want to...
Jesus.
Best of luck. Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you with? This is... Sylvie Malay. Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need to tell? No? Not me. No, sorry. I don't. People don't have the money to have the kid.
So the union has a phone.
Seems like Lacia wasn't lying when she said it was her.
Are you sure, Lieutenant? For some reason, you have a little doubt about that.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought no one calls the police. Do you know... What? I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't...
Sorry, Sylvie.
Go on.
You hear the...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? 57.
In the cabin, you see...
Can't do much with physical instrument right now. Like, jeez. Ding! Wait, to get the right one, right? Enjoy healthy organs. Yep. It'll be interesting to play the other characters in this when I get around to it. What can I buy from you, dude?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Start with a little compliment, then...
Oh, okay.
After all this mess, the broken seals, lying to you...
An investment? What kind of investment? I hear you, officer. What sounds like a fair deal all around?
Corruption.
Me?
This man probably comes from Seagull.
Very sharp, officer.
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Sea Guy are
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice if you say so, officer.
I like how Kim really trusts me despite the
Yes.
corruption things.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those. Haven't you heard, officer? We've got look around. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
Oh, great. Yeah, let me...
And what?
Socialist.
Look, man, I'm not into politics. I like everyone. Check out the box. Gotta prepare for...
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them.
Wait, is there anything else here I can buy?
You keep coming back.
You find the box.
Economical, but also...
Let me check that raincoat out.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display.
I have clothes that can increase my savoir-faire. Right? I'm not saying it right, I don't think, but...
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a The girl delves in. Oh no.
Did you? I mean, I didn't just see a middle-aged man try to steal a raincoat.
Really? Plastic poncho?
The clerk stares at you.
I mean, it doesn't even cost that much. Like, why would you want to fuck with Frit over something?
She says, fuck with Fritta, like it's a saying, or she's quote.
Fucking with Frit is dangerous, you know. Is because Frit has an army.
She blinks at you, confused as to why you'd ask.
I don't know. It stops people from robbing Frit, I guess.
Businesses often hire private security this side of the river.
You think the police, like, bother catching shoplifters? Frit polices themselves, so...
I mean, considering I almost shoplifted, I'll buy it and not just save scum that one. I don't want the morale hit, though.
You see several packaged raincoats.
Here you go.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equal.
No. You need tear to use the...
You need tear to use the tear machine.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with their logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma. St. Baptiste. St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals.
She is right. Saint Baptiste, the company, derives its name from Saint Baptiste, the city. Itself so named because that's what it is. A rare case where that really is the full etymological history. As far as almost anyone knows.
Okay, here, okay, here, okay, here, okay, here. I hope St. I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal... I don't really know what hip...
What's that?
A colourful display of cigarettes and out. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smoke there, in that dark green glass. The beauty.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that. No, Frit only sells legal drugs. Like, the pale age vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in Pale for a couple of... I mean,
Yeah.
I already said it'd hurt you.
Substances give powerful bonuses to your main stats at the cost of damage to your health or morale. Cigarettes use medication, like Nosafed and magnesium, to counteract the negative effects of substances. Note: consuming substances can have unforeseen consequences for you.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various...
Okay, here. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here.
I'm gonna be so not hurt now. Basically invincible. Wait, what? Could I go in there before?
A lorry stuck in the windows are clear. They've been fumes of heavy fuel oil. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays.
Uh-huh.
It is a seal. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. Large ashtrays. There are a book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large muscular man. The title reads,
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Oh, yeah.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously.
Money! It's a hit. Alright, BRB's gonna... Alright. We're back.
Yes?
Get a better hat. Or no hat at all, really. Heck yeah.
Yes? Yes?
Alright, what to do now? I found a piece of the armor, so not sure why they're acting like it's a big deal. I might need to find more.
That rider's fucking... Hey, piss... Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
You guys are lucky I'm not drinking booze and beating your shits in. Hey, you know Leo Gaston.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I head the... Sure of it. Sweet, sweet Jenny. Ask away, of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
A man so principled about his sandwich calls for a principle. This right here is political.
What the hell are you talking about? What foreign animal?
No time to bring him in. Just keep your eyes on the prize and the...
I don't think that's gonna happen. Why would you even...
He won't care. As long as there's food in his fat belly, he'll lick any boots that's kicking it to.
Good. Rene's on board too. Time to take back the streets. Right-wing populism.
Now
Right-wing populism.
Son. All four of us working as a...
I'm actually already a member in a group tasked to keep the streets safe. You are too. We call ourselves the police.
What do you mean, officer?
Yeah.
Agreed. What about the whole...
I'm sure we can come up with something with a bit more.
How about what?
The migrant pastures.
It's weird. I don't like it.
All right, all right.
Give me the sandwich.
You went through all that trouble for my sandwich. I'm flattered,
God damn it.
officer, but my
Into a vigilante
Now,
group.
How else can I help you?
I'll eventually get something for rhetoric, but that's hilarious.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
Let's get more composure. This one should work at least.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity.
As Rennie turns from you to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine
How many medals are
stripped
there?
too. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles
Look at the cross.
crowned head in front of two crossed rifles. It's the Croix de Bravoure, Cross
Uh-huh.
of Valor. The cross was the highest battlefield decoration.
Yada, yada.
A small blue star inside an orange sun. The setting sun was a decoration used to distinguish seasoned combat veterans in service of King Frizzle I during the Revolution.
For bravery. I'm sure, but I know this uniform's reputation. You are also wondering if I got this for raping women or killing babies. Honor is everything to me.
Whoa. Sounds like you're about to open the gates of conversation. This man...
What did you get
For
the medals
doing
for?
my duty in the heat of battle, for looking my mortality in the eye, when men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
Saved a princeling.
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol.
Revachol.
Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really. King Frizzle thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest.
How'd that go?
Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar, wearing a tunic of
Is that a
purple
thing?
velvet and cockatoo feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine
click, click.
the asininity?
Click, click. A little bit, yeah.
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
To keep
Oh, really?
the long and bloody story short, Drisson marched us against the partisans in Couronne. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion. The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw. Then his
great.
horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my
So that's why
knee.
you stand like that.
I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
The bane of horses.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me.
Oof.
The dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. tougher than he looked, that one. Right. So I grabbed the freak and started crawling. Kept going until the through some miracle. We both survived. And the jailer freak convinced Friesen to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that.
You sense he's downplaying it. The old carabinier stands quietly like a statue.
What Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers
Ouch.
on that even while crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back.
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe
Sorry, officer, but you're reading me all wrong. I'm a man of peace, and these kinds of bloody heroics are only impressive to men like René himself. How did you find the story to be, officer? Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer. They don't end this out for anyone with a service record. Oh no, you have to get shot.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Poltroon. Duty is something you will never understand. Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men, too. True Revacholians. Men with...
Oh, yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please...
I'm not getting into this with you again.
You should try to come up with a heroic story of your own. Impress this old soldier.
I can get some good drama going on, I think. Drama. You'd think I would know these by now. I look like a weirdo, Jesus.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity...
Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any...
Bullshit. It's more than like... I feel better re-rolling ones like that versus ones I shouldn't have gotten in the first place, you know?
The purity of snow always reminds...
Unfortunately.
What? Twice now? Excuse me.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of the human soul. If
Watch it work this time.
Go low.
Bullshit.
Go deep. Go unconventional.
Sure, officer. Let's hear your take. I'm not following you.
You'll get it. Don't worry. Just continue. The man stares at you, silently frowning. Doesn't look like he's imagining it. The carabinier crosses his arms and spits in the crater.
You're talking about getting shit-faced drunk and going into delirium, right?
Maybe.
The lieutenant looks up from his notes and nods to the old carabinier.
Was the vessel you boarded the HMS Commodore Red?
Maybe.
The name echoes through the deep, dark halls of history. It calls to you and your kin.
You mean alcohol? Everyone can see that. Yes. And I thought getting my knee shattered and surviving on rat carcasses in the trench was mad. Here, have one of my medals. You earned it, officer.
Of course not.
The veteran of numerous
oh my goodness.
extends his right arm with the setting sun in his clenched fist.
Was there something else you wanted to take from us?
I don't think there was anything else he wanted, was there?
sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenants. The faded
closer.
marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just, they look pretty ancient.
Where? There? Those are old. Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the revolution. Not much. I don't have a fresh...
No, man. Not safe going if I should have gotten it anyways.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime. God, I've told her not to do that. It's such a... She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing.
Come
be nice.
on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
She stands stiff and she's looking for one. But there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
Was his husband her father?
My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne. It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times. He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent part.
Super silent. Almost in order.
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Sure, I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand. She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into. The woman looks aloof.
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel everything is on?
She smiles and...
What's in here?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous...
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. I've heard they turn people into a...
An endless... There's also books in a... There's a box that says, "We're out."
Hey!
3rd edition mega setting supplements module. The side panel notes, that price is steep. But then, nonsense for anemic Beano-clads.
That might be where the password is.
A small mountain.
If you say so, but you better stay away from those immoral...
Interact.
Large letters on the front form a title. With text underneath the title in smaller typeface reads, 3rd edition. Mysterious things rattle inside. What could they be? Dice? None of that witless man from Heimdall, fascist dross, hidden behind faux realistic allegory. Ural is no cliche-ridden apologia for colonial violence. Ural is pure. It's not. It's a blurb on the back reads, tired of the tedium and toil of modern life? It's succumb to a world of high pasternal fantasy. Exactly. That's the spirit. All you have to do is read an intricate rule. In no time, you could be romping through grasslands with low-level characters, hunted by Iskala riders, or battling unspeakable monsters in endless dungeons fraught with danger and despair. Conjuring up force. Don't forget heated arguments escalating to... And most importantly, never forget to rage quit if the dice... You pry open the box in a reprint of a crude hand-drawn map. The top left corner reads, it doesn't seem to correspond. A quick guide to the options are in order of importance.
The Welkin.
Tall, lithe, and the Welkin come a grand
Dweger.
race of industrious. The Dweog, they're
humans.
just humans. What else is there to a very small race of flying
But the
people.
pygmies.
The least popular of the Wirral races, the pygmies, are short. It's made from some sort of wood. You don't know much about. You place the die into your pocket. It's always good to have luck. You see a man in ragged clothes.
Huh, interesting. The figurine is not a part of the real game setting. I guess someone misplaced it during the packaging process. Good luck finding people who'd want to play.
You pick the figurine up by a colorful box.
Alright, what's in what I got now?
I'm sorry, sir. I can't.
Out of the rain and
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. I
Oh,
found
yeah.
something while you were away. I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does. Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. Right, I have to get...
Alright, a fedora. I mean, it's nice to have a hat that doesn't give me any downgrades. Like, a flat bonus is nice. Also, fedoras aren't bad, they just had bad people wear, or dweebs wear them. It's really trillies, but I don't think I can talk much about that without sounding like a dweeb myself, though. Because what's her face still in the fishing village? Yep. Alright, let's go down, Kim. We got a few hours till we get to the village. I mean, I'm close to leveling up, to be honest. You know, I got a fair bit of booze. Let's take some booze.
well, hello. Someone seems to light rift. Wow, there's a satisfying pot of golden sun runs down your throat. Its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy.
In the bot.
From the
void we came, the void we shall return.
That ride is fucking
Hey, piss. Look who it is.
These guys.
Why? Yeah, like he said.
You didn't say that.
It's shit.
Fine. Fuck it.
Hey.
Here. Take it then.
Wow. I did not.
Fuck that. You're not getting mine.
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
No. You know what, cop? Fuck you.
Fuck him. We don't need his rich...
I'm not wearing that jacket. I don't think this case requires us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jacket will be useful. The need will not arise.
The need will not arise.
Shit. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before anyone sees us.
Good. Get out of here. I don't like you guys. Get on his car.
I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
Loser. More drama's nice, though.
Inside, You see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Guess let's hope for good luck. I got some booze in me. Not really enough to be actually drunk, but you know, some booze. I like how this guy's supposedly an alcoholic that's had thousands of liters of booze in him, but he, like, a single drink is enough to kind of get him going. What? That's not how it works. I would know.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I'm gonna hurt myself, aren't I? Ouch.
You give it another, more...
Demolish the place.
I don't see how this is going to give new results. There must be another way. Through the kitchen door, perhaps. Let's...
The kitchen door doesn't want to work.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp, smooth as ice. There are spots following your lead. The lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface. A vague sense of disappointment. The window stands.
Looks like it, yes.
I'll redo this one, but it was really more about redoing the other one.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in
Well,
sight.
it works this time. What should you get, game?
This time, it is an unbelievable...
Nice.
Filling you with a...
Well, sounds like this time the property...
God damn it. Smokes.
This window is pristine on the inside, smooth following your lead. The lieutenant leads. The golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it, a two-hearted spider. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling. The woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain. From the roof outside, location A prime. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes far. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside?
Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
So I'm 8% sure the roof's where the shot was fired from?
With an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition. A Bell-grave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium. A well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything. Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective. None that you've found thus far. but that doesn't mean there aren't any. That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing. You would need a map for that.
At the bookstore, they have maps. You're thinking, what if the shot didn't come from...
Yes.
We should come back with the map and...
Problem is, I also want to go through here real quick now. There's a hole in the wall.
See the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to send the footprints on the floor, however. Definitely.
Boring footprints. You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite...
Ding! Ooh, nice. Pinball. Hey, pinball.
Over there, in the corner, not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle lit, a phrase almost
It's not save scumming if I'm not too bad about it.
Not just lit.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats, a classic. A little. Oh, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. Reads, get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
And how's the playing field?
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats.
Why goats?
And to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small areas around the playfield. Indeed, think of them as balls.
Fine. Do I actually play pinball in this?
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep go, go.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist. An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent. He also hit his wife and kids. Other people's kids, but you seem to be having fun.
Your game is definitely improving. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go. Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But Tiny Hammer shatters something inside an ampoule. The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. This can be navigated. The balls lead. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound.
Like a pinball wizard?
At this point, but that goat is something special. You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the pal is able to get the upper hand.
I am. I've seen it before.
Only the tension in his posture betrays his interest.
Let's go.
How? If you can't, the last goat plummets into the fog, with almost suicidal glee. There goes nothing.
Finger boy.
You see a heavy steel door.
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can get in and out. Yes? Yes?
Leave.
This small elevator smells of nougat and sweat. Your head
Nougat?
brushes up against the ceiling. There is the maintenance. This elevator must have been used to transport pinball machines to and from the up.
That it does. I say, let's brave it. At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain...
It appears his whole enthusiasm is sarcastic.
Seems so, although it's pretty quaint for a freight elevator.
There are large rectangular buttons. A small steel...
I think we managed to... My allergies suck. Oof.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. Along, the lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pin... Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
Yeah.
A creak.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from...
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not good. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment.
Stupid superstition. But...
Yeah, let's fuck with Gart.
You clearly see footprints.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Something for visual calculus would be good. I promise I'm not safe coming.
Jackpot. The 3 weeks maximum from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place. It means someone snuck through what seemed like a secret route, leading to the roof. This prince, officer, could be the prince of our killer.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. This print is unlike one left by a regular worker boot. It is not a brand sold.
Custom made or old fashioned?
Logos on it. It seems custom made or old fashioned.
Uh-huh.
Shoe size is 41 to 42, maybe 43. It could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. This...
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some... The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Everything around you is...
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Do. Their cop has left. Interesting.
Hey, was there another thing? Great. I love those. Oh, okay, well...
He's really holding. It takes a lot of willpower not to ask.
Okay, what is back there? Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean. No, I was just wondering.
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make of one.
Those machines are whirling property. But it wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the...
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up. Sounds like he cares about the place.
Good.
He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that he should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area. And
Everyone knows of it. I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling. Does this look like part of a doomed commercial
Yes.
area? This pre-revolutionary tilework, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through... Yeah,
You
it's
do
slowly
care,
going on
Guard.
me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way.
I appreciate that, Guard.
Even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area. Yes, your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get a commendation. Maybe even some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name.
The shitty
I know.
name.
Cafeteria managers. Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. All right?
against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me, what wall? I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the whirling does not abide spy.
The color has drained from his... What a shame to fix such a good peephole.
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't
Good.
me. It wasn't my stuff.
Well, he's definitely not lying.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his...
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit... No, we don't hire staff like that. Thank you for letting me know. And it will be... Absolutely not. That would be idiotic. I have no idea why you're even saying this right now.
You know why? Come on. I'm a dumb drunk guy.
Defense.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Yes?
All right. Good. Can we even go to the bookstore? It might be closed by now. Yep. All right. Time to go to the fishing place. Fishing village. So I see the boardwalk. I really have been liking this game a fair bit. Wrong way. Wait. Yeah, the gates on this. Oh, they're this. God damn, so stupid. Yeah, I've been liking this game. It's very nice. It's been a while since I've played such an well thought out RPG. Now the question is, do I want Kim with me for this? Right. Oh, I got like half an hour to wait.
The old woman's. The buzzer. There's a gap where the name of that song should be.
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only if my suggestion is don't. Don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaritan children's song.
What's it called?
Surrender to the night.
That's kind of grim for a children's song.
Yes, it does. Huh? I like to see him try.
That doesn't make her. She doesn't seem so.
Get out of here, trying to ruin my day. And that you've said I wield an army of drunks. Do not underestimate the effect. Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? Not much. Something.
So.
No, with.
She nods, rinsing.
Just this is.
The place is so poor.
The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in our.
It's cold.
Riddles.
Yep.
I'm
lost too.
It seems to be a common theme these days.
I'll find myself.
Isn't that what?
She nods.
Be right back. Double save. Be right back-ish. Hey, back. Saying Merry Christmas. And wow, I thought the time would move at least while I was I paused during that? An accident? Fuck. Oh well. I can burn half an hour real quick. In game, of course, you know. For so long in this game, I didn't realize you could just buy smokes and booze from one of the corner stores.
Danko.
Wake up.
There's no waking him.
Money. It's a hit.
Tequila Sunset. I actually do have one. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some story juice. Interesting. Ah, this is what they use to keep the working men going.
Yep.
This last one is the most Martinet story I've ever heard.
What did I do today? Went to my parents. We did the gift exchange and everything. Got some decent stuff. And it was an early Christmas. We had like a brunch sort of thing going on. It was nice. Eggs, sausage, bacon, toast, you know. And then we stuck around a bit later, and there's ham too. No, like sandwiches.
I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first, I thought it was a joke, to be honest. But I've been on the coast 8, 9 months now, and in that time, I've seen at least 3 expeditions come through, searching for something.
Cryptids?
Magic animals? No, man, this is... No, Tequila. Most people already know where they live.
You're lost,
Hey,
keys.
hey! Fuck you, Tequila.
Hey man, at least I'm a functional drunk.
All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a bunch of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila,
Certain
you
kinds?
know, obsessive types, people with predilections. Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking... The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were fucking with me. There was no way it could be true. It was just too high concept, even for me.
Yeah?
Wait.
I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile state, and it... Okay, fine, I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there.
Okay, Doom Spiral.
Our story begins at a legendary design studio. There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. Made it big in Aranya, where he did some real pioneering work on grotesque and sans serif typography. A fucking genius, man.
You say so.
That is, if he even existed. Who knows? It's an urban legend, after all.
He existed, all right. You feel it deep within your basal ganglia. He was as real as you are.
The fuck are you talking
about?
Anyway, sometime later he started his own personal studio here in Martinez. And that's when he started working on some really wild stuff. I'm talking some glass-smooth, forward-looking design language, the kind of thing that would totally overthrow the old regime, design-wise.
The old regime? Who?
A paradigm-shattering revolutionary.
But then something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer graphic design work go hand in hand.
He's a cokehead.
You know Tequila, nose candy, the white railroad, party powder.
Yeah, I know, I'm just fucking with them.
The kids on the streets also call it Snow Day.
I prefer called skiing, but not snow day.
Or Emalan Gold. For the plateau.
Sinus salt, the white knight.
Coke.
Can't see, for its popularity among the...
Along with a number of more banal street names. Blow, of course. He's talking about cocaine.
No shit.
Shit, yeah, Tequila. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You've got to understand, the work this guy was doing was so high concept that regular amounts of cocaine just weren't cutting it. By the end, they were bringing it in by the lorry load.
Come on. Sit in the chair. You're not getting in the window. You get in the window, you try and jump on my PC. I don't like that, Xena. You're not jumping on my PC. Stay on the chair. No.
Now, as you might imagine, snorting that much cocaine can't be healthy for a regular human, right?
Or any human.
Right. Wrong. Do it all the time. All day, baby.
Hey, Tequila, pay attention.
Yep.
The story goes that one day he was balls deep in work on what he thought would be his pièce de résistance, an advert so minimal it contained neither text nor images, just pure white.
Scratches, you know. No scratches. He's being so finicky right now, the cat. Now she wants to stay back in. She's being so stinky earlier. Okay, now she's gone. Fine. Fat cats.
Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white," but the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the autopsy, the coroner discovered nearly 1/4 kilo of coke jammed into his nasal cavity.
I'm not even sure how you would do that. That's a lot of cocaine.
That's almost certainly
Exactly.
anatomically impossible. Wrong again, nerd. Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right. 250 grams of blow had accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high-grade Saramaritsian pure. Not that cut-rate shit your grandma does.
My grandma doesn't do coke. You loser.
There are those who believe the designer was buried with this quarter key of nose candy still lodged in his sinuses. That's what those expeditions are looking for.
Okay.
The cocaine skull.
What?
The cocaine skull. No. Wow. Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of a world-famous design studio, was born in Martinez. A local boy, Martin Martinez.
Sounds like a fake name.
That's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they buried him here, too. Perhaps right under Ab's pipe there.
Ab.
Or probably further down the coast, or in some yard in Martinez proper.
You drunk.
A hidden mausoleum. No one knows exactly.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lay somewhere on the islets on the bay.
This is ludicrous and physically impossible.
My only question is, where does one get a shovel?
The archaeologists say they want to put it
Yeah,
in a museum.
what's up with this?
The gangsters say they want to sell it on the black market. And the ad agency guys say they're seeking inspiration.
Uh-huh.
Bullshit. They just want to snort it. But you could beat them to it, Harry. You could snort the
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure that...
And why wouldn't they, eh? Sounds like right strong stuff.
Don't listen to him or his grandma.
They'd be nice.
No, my grandma told me. I've heard other people say it too. That it's underwater. Or no.
Or maybe it's in the air. Or in an ancient step pyramid offshore.
Come on, Kim. Be nice.
In a pyramid? Now that would be something.
They're pretty vague about it in general. The gangsters like to claim they're looking for the grave of a friend, with picks and shovels. The archaeologists act all official about it, saying they're conducting serious research. Honestly, I think they're not really scientists, just rich. The junkies, for some reason, are pretty upfront about it. They just say they're
honest men on an honest quest.
By now, I'd say I...
It's fine.
Whoa. Hold on just a minute. Finding it right now is...
Fake news.
What?
For one, the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that lorry too, yet it is impassable.
Okay.
And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to be a big production to do the cocaine skull justice. You need new gear, people who know what they're doing, all kinds of provisions.
Sure.
It's just not feasible within the economic and temporal frame of our current setup. Matter of fact, unless a bunch of money just...
I have to agree. We barely have what we need to solve the case we've got now. We can... Besides, it would look extremely bad for the RCM to be caught up in something that has the word cocaine writ large on it.
Wait, maybe there's another way.
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you. Not that I can think of, currently. That might be the case, yes.
Being seeing you. Hey, look, we're almost in time for that, get the gun. It's gonna be a very long video. Keep going.
There's still some unused change in there. The machine waits for a number to be dialed. You close your... The area code followed by still. Time. What? Home? There's still some unused change in there. The machine waits for a number to be dialed.
I'll save right by the booth. I've done that once successfully a few times. I'm not going to take that bullshit. Sorry. My morale is alright right now, so...
There's still some unused change in there. The machine waits for a number to be dialed. You close your eyes. Strange. This 411. Yes. 4 and ultra calling. Calling. The handset starts slipping from you. The lieutenant is too far away to hit callings. Then.
Hello?
Hello?
No. It's you. Who is this? Dora.
In the don't react. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter if you react or not.
You're not a high net worth individual, Harry. You're drunk.
I can be both.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Oh, God. Do you know what time it is? It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours. To work. The academy, where I work.
No response, only a sigh.
Yes. I'm in Morova.
22 million people live in Morova, the capital's...
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
Oh no. Please stop. Please, let's just hang up.
She does not answer anymore.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
Pay more, Harry. You have money.
You dial the number in the calling. It looks like she doesn't want calling.
Harry, please.
Underneath it, she is naked and warm under a blanket.
Please. I'm going to hang up now.
Phone hang disconnect tone. You dial the calling.
Keep going.
Calling, and calling for who knows how.
Ouch.
The cold metal is hard and hurts your knuckle. It didn't give you any fun for...
Well, fuck me.
Bent metal, broken glass. Your path, you are the kudos.
Despair. Let's find, whoever. How close to the old fish market should I be? Like, this is a boardwalk right here. Let's go.
You're back. Good.
Which boardwalk? Like, for real. Come on. Hello?
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the...
Oh. Hello there.
Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you.
So should you. Real cool.
Way to abuse that power, man, she says, thinking you can't hear her. She bats away your questions like flies. She's not intimidated by mere police officers.
Like what? No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night.
Dogs.
And see the shadows. A cell.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
Ignore that.
Why? Okay, it's Burger.
Burger.
A very common name.
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires.
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
Contact microphone.
Contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike. No, you're welcome.
Yeah, I record stuff with it. Sure. The mic, I don't exactly know.
Huh?
Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where's it from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium. Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole.
Yeah, we were drug-addled here. Shaky, shaky.
It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
So Christopher.
Yeah, there might be some.
Yes.
I don't think they look down on the homosexual underground there. The Palaceum's not that kind of place. It's cool. Oh. Well, good for you.
The Arno.
Oh, yeah. I guess even with your modern take on sexuality, you wouldn't be in the Van Eyck demographic.
He, an Arno. He also does rest, right? And bad people.
I don't know what... Is that some kind of term for the homosexual underground? That's cool. Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the... Okay. Recording, I guess.
Recording what?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
And what are those?
My boyfriend sold... I don't know, man. Things.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
Drugs.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, I don't really know what I'm doing.
The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible. Like a warm blanket has fallen off her shoulders. The wave of chill.
Take this, you're cold.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. That?
Mm-hmm.
The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
Why not?
Yeah, Andre and the guys, they're in...
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room. Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger.
What's your boyfriend sold?
They were pretty. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can
Some of them say that.
It's probably amphetamine. It makes you feel impervious to the elements. She looks back at her tape.
Go ahead. Okay.
Alright, I might get back on in a few, but I'm alright for tonight. At least for this game. So, bye!